lot of you watched my walk-around video of the 2025 Wolverine RMAX4 1000 a few months ago from the 2025 Yamaha new off-road line intro. I gotta admit, that was not the vehicle I was expecting to see when I got the invitation. What I was hoping to see was an overhauled Grizzly featuring an 850 twin, but that's a story for another day, folks. I was just as excited though to see this stretched out RMAX4, and I know it was exactly what RMAX enthusiasts have been asking for to put this machine right on par with a 4-passenger Commander in general. Now, just to quickly clarify where this machine sits in the RMAX lineup, the original RMAX4 still exists, it's just been designated the RMAX4 Compact. This unit, however, replaces the title of RMAX4 and is available in 2 trims, an XTR and a Limited. The San Rafael swells are about a 90-minute car ride from Moab and are considered one of the undiscovered natural wonders of the American West. There's a solid mix of sandy trails, desert canyons lined with massive rock cliffs, and steep rock climbs to the top of overlooks that allow you to see for miles in every direction. It is truly one of the most beautiful off-road locations I have ever ridden. For this adventure, I was able to pile on my first 70 miles aboard the RMAX4 Limited and was able to put this vehicle's features to the test in just about every kind of conditions imaginable. I've shaped out some pretty solid impressions, which we'll discuss, but first off, let's take a look at some of the unique features of this model that set it apart from the RMAX4 Compact. Probably the biggest and most welcome feature of this unit is its increase in length by 27.5 inches to accommodate the rear passenger seating. Its wheelbase is 118.1 inches, and its overall length is 150.8 inches. It should be noted that these numbers are very close to the 4-passenger General and Commander. And that extra length in the wheelbase does an outstanding job of bridging moguls, and combined with the IQS suspension, tracks straight and provides a smooth ride all day long. Further to that though, its biggest advantage is the amount of space it provides for the backseat passengers. There's actually 7.5 inches more forward leg space and 40% more side-to-side leg room than the Compact. Backseat comfort was top of mind in the development of the RMAX4. Here's Pat Biolsi from Yamaha to explain some of the highlights.
What we're really focusing on, all new RMAX4 1000, is the rear cab area. It's really focused on passenger comfort. It's exceptionally roomy. It's got a great footrest area. It's angled and has a lot of traction, so you can use your feet and your leg muscles to keep yourself planted again in that higher speed, rough terrain. You can really relax your upper body. We've got the best handholds in the business. The front passenger handhold that we've had on the RMAX for 4 years now, we took that same shape and put it in the back seats. You'll notice, again, the door shape is really exceptional as well. We've got soft touch points in the doors, so where your legs make contact with the vehicle, it's really comfortable. We also have even adjustable seatbelt anchor points. We got a lot of different sized people that are going to sit in the back of the vehicle, and having an adjustable seatbelt anchor point is really important to enhance that comfort too. Another key point about the rear cab area is storage. We've got 2 storage areas. One that's just like the front side. It's got a cushioned top. It's great for cell phones. It's actually got access to the other storage area, which has a USB charging port, an LED light, and a massive 6 gallons of storage. Just imagine the 5-gallon pail you get at a home improvement store and add a gallon to that. It's water resistant. It really comes in handy on the trail.
Another huge combination of features is the inclusion of the 7-inch Adventure Pro screen and the new full-color TFT display located right behind the steering wheel. This full-color readout is packed with useful information, including Group Ride, which allowed us to track all riders in our group, as well as keeping track of our routes with GPS mapping. Here's Pat once again to highlight all its features.
The new Adventure Pro system, the visibility's really been enhanced. The contrast is exceptional. You can see it in bright sun, dusty conditions, low light conditions. We now incorporate the audio system into the Adventure Pro screen. So you've got all that integration right there, not a separate head unit any longer. Also, you've got all the tiles are customizable. You can, 2 different home screens you can flip through. So a whole new level of integration with the new Adventure Pro system. The Adventure Pro is linked to the new TFT meter for our limited models. The new TFT meter also provides great contrast. It's also very customizable, multiple screens. You can customize a lot on the screen itself. The Adventure Pro system is also Bluetooth capable. You can link your phone right to the Adventure Pro system. It works great with our new MTX audio system. Front speakers, rear speakers, also an MTX subwoofer that's much more convenient to install. Really enhances your ability to use this vehicle at a variety of speeds. We tested it at idle, 10, 20, even over 40 miles per hour. The performance of it is really enhanced, and you can really hear it and use it on the trail. One key integration point in the new Adventure Pro system on all 2025 limited models is an all-new rear camera. And on the XTR models, you can add it as an accessory. It's pre-wired, it's plug and play.
Yamaha has also integrated a new tri-mode EPS system that allows you to select the level of input depending on the terrain. This system works excellent, and I have to tell you, it's exactly how you'd hope a tri-mode system would work. Smoother sections of ride, low input was great, as was medium and bumpier sections of the trail and in the twisties. Highest input was excellent for rock crawling and lighting it up at top speed when the terrain was unpredictable on straightaways.
Our electric power steering system is all new for 2025. We've got 3 selectable modes for our new electric power steering system, but of course we really always want to maintain that exceptional balance, and we feel like we really did that even having these 3 modes. It really can match driver preference or the terrain you're in. If you're in a faster, more open section, you like a little more positive feedback from the vehicle, you can put it in a low. Standard, of course, gives you a very linear one-to-one feeling from your steering system, very similar to what we've had in the past with lighter effort. And then the high assist mode is great for low-speed technical terrain. Exceptionally light, but again, doesn't feel too numb. And now when you switch into diff lock, the system is exceptionally powerful. It's got 62% more electrical power, which equals 121% more torque available at the wheels from the power steering system. It's the next level for us, next generation, but 4 modes, 3 are selectable. The 4th one comes in when you flip it to the front end of diff lock.
I made sure to test this going from mode to mode at high speed, and I felt in full control of the steering wheel, even as the suspension reacted to rock hits and bumps, which inspired even more confidence as the accelerator hit the mat, and made crawling and rock climbing much more controlled and more fun.
One big enhancement to the on-command system is the front diff lock engagement. It's much smoother, much quicker, and you don't have to wait for things to engage and disengage. We still have that great mechanical lock system to it, so you know exactly what's happening when it's happening, but it's much smoother, much quicker, and much more seamless.
I engage diff lock when rock climbing, and the EPS system works so well it doesn't require any noticeable degree of additional effort to steer. Select crawl mode in the D mode setting, which visually displays on the Adventure Pro, and it feels like you could climb the side of a building. I set to trail mode for most of my riding, which provides smooth acceleration and linear throttle response, and then switched it over to sport mode when we ran the canyon floors and wide open pastures for long stretches. The 999cc twin in the RMAX4 provides excellent power, and mated to Yamaha's Ultramatic CVT lights up the fun factor. Power is manageable and enough to satisfy 4 adult riders and all their gear. We got ours running at a top speed of 72 miles an hour. Clutching is smooth and linear. Here's Pat again to talk about how its clutching updates for 2025 differ from the RMAX2 and RMAX4 Compact.
One key difference for this model compared to the other 2, the RMAX2 1000, when it comes to the clutching system, we have an 18-gram clutch weight. The RMAX4 Compact has a 20-gram weight. This vehicle has a 16-gram weight in the primary clutch. And we're really focused on this vehicle's longer, heavier than those vehicles. Using it in deep sand, higher elevations, we really want to make sure that the acceleration feeling and the ability to traverse big, steep sand hills was there. So we really focused making sure this vehicle had that capability. That's why we went with the 16-gram weight.
As I mentioned earlier, the longer wheelbase in the 2025 RMAX4 bridges moguls and smooths out ruts in the trail. And when coupled with the right EPS and IQS settings, you can track straight as your confidence builds, and you feel like you can press a little harder on the accelerator and still remain in control.
Another key feature of this vehicle is the suspension. We've got 14.2 inches of front travel, 16.9 inches of rear travel, which is exceptional. It's the same as our RMAX2 1000, and it really enhances the capability of this vehicle in more open terrain, higher speeds, bigger mountain trail whoops. It really enhances the comfort of the front passenger and the rear passenger. That wheelbase also makes a big difference in enhancing the comfort and reduces the movement of the driver and passengers throughout the vehicle.
The IQS system featuring Fox 2.0 IQS shocks is excellent, and the ability to adjust your settings based on terrain is definitely worth the upgrade from the XTR to the Limited. My only complaint is as a single rider during my testing, I found the stock suspension to be a little stiff, even at full soft. This needs some explaining though. The stock suspension settings are intentionally set up to accommodate 4 full-side riders in the cab, plus over 100 pounds of gear. So as a single rider, I'm not using the suspension to its fullest potential. Any adjustments made to accommodate a solo rider would definitely be felt once the vehicle is fully loaded down. Once I made this realization, I felt confident that this was something a buyer would accept, and as subsequent passengers were added, the suspension became even more compliant as it met its primary tolerances at each setting. For myself, I could play between soft and medium all day, and then set it between medium and firm for rock crawling, along with crawl mode, max EPS, and fully locked diff. The power delivery with all these settings engaged was manageable and linear, even as the rock wall became more challenging and more vertical. I intentionally left it in high range to test this out, and the RMAX4 performed admirably. I could see dropping it into low range with more bodies in the cab, but for solo riding, I was impressed. The Limited also features 30-inch carnivore tires and really nice looking 14-inch wheels. Plus, a roof protects your whole crew from the weather, and if you need it while you're climbing or in the mud, the RMAX4 also features a factory-installed Warn VRX 4,500-pound winch. And let's not forget its work capabilities, with a 600-pound capacity dumping cargo bed, a 2,000-pound towing capacity with a 2-inch hitch receiver, and to save your lawn, Yamaha's added turf mode.
Now we've added a couple of key features that we've never had before. We've got an unlocking rear gear, so a turf mode, when you're in a sensitive terrain situation, grass, groomed gravel, or you really don't want to mark things up, flip it over to turf mode, and it really enhances your ability to use the vehicle in a variety of situations, especially that home utility use.
The 2025 Yamaha Wolverine RMAX1000 Limited's advanced features and luxurious interior make it the perfect addition to the RMAX family. And I can't wait to get one on the ground at Trax World headquarters and load up my whole family for an off-road adventure.